This is Verity, and this is a manga fangirls 2025. First in the house, I'm gonna let Zoe take it away. Go girl, new look, new feel.
Hey there, and welcome to another NAIMAKIKAZARI chapter favorite of ours, Manga Fangirls 2025 by Mitsubachi Miyuki. We love this one because it exhibits all sides of Naruse's personality, and he is our favorite manga character above all. Number 1. We love his dominance and his confidence. A prototype that all men really should adhere to. I wish. Anyway, this is Chapter 21, Volume 4. Brought to you by Nun's Resentment Productions and narrated by Verity and DJ Foxy Moron of Manga Fangirls 2025. The scene opens in the basketball gym. The usual tension between Naruse and Yuki fills the air as teammates call out to him, clearly exasperated by his behavior. But instead of responding, Naruse drinks from his bottle, looking unaffected if not a little smug. Yuki watches him closely, thoughts racing in her head.
Teammate, damn it, Naruse. Pay attention. Another player. Can you call Naruse-kun for me?
Ignoring them, Naruse continues what he's doing, as if the world around him doesn't matter. But Yuki is trying very hard not to let her thoughts run wild. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. She repeats to herself, but it's clear she's failing. Later, in the hallway, Naruse is casually confronted by his teammates. A girl bravely asks him if he's dating someone, and without hesitation, Naruse answers with a straight face.
Yeah, Teammates looking shocked. Who is it?
Someone from our school? First year? Second year?
Naruse deadpan as usual replies as he walks away. Third year.
Yuki, caught completely off guard, glares at him. She hadn't agreed to anything, and yet, here he was, boldly claiming they were together. Yuki. Wait, who's going out with who? Naruse shrugging.
You and me, Yuki-senpai.
Yuki's thoughts are a mess. Did he just say that, out loud, in front of everyone? He was supposed to be the cheeky brat she could brush off, but somehow, she was finding it harder and harder to keep her distance.
Naruse is all excited, saying Yuki promised to look out for him.
But Yuki quickly clarifies she meant the whole basketball team, not just him.
He hugs her and calls her a liar, and she yells back.
I'm not a liar. Next scene, it's raining. Yuki watches the droplets hit the ground, lost in thought as she walks home alone from school. Naruse's words still linger in her mind. She never imagined him being the type to take things seriously. But maybe she had underestimated him. Maybe Noda-kun suddenly appears from the basketball
Team Manager San. Thank you so much for your hard work.
He hollers. Yuki notices the boy. Hey. She sees Noda-kun and notices he doesn't have an umbrella and it's pouring rain. She offers him hers. He refuses, but she assures him she brought two, and he can gov it back tomorrow at school. Noda-kun holds an umbrella and thanks Yuki, then asks,
You didn't go home yet?
Yuki is distracted still, barely registering the conversation, and says goodbye and walks off. She thinks, it wasn't just Naruse I have to think about. I am their manager, after all. I have responsibilities beyond my own feelings. Yuki is back at school the next day carrying a bunch of books and still thinking rigorously about Naruse, and that situation she thinks about how to get out of going out with Naruse. Then thinks, wait, no, I can't back out now. Then another thought, what does going out even mean? Naruse strolls up to her, a vibe of annoyance hanging in the air. With a smirk, he casually says,
Morning.
Yuki, totally lost in thought, walks right into him and the books come crashing down to the floor. Sorry, I was spacing out, she tells Naruse as she bends down to pick up the books.
He replies sarcastically, that's unusual. Their hands brush as they grab the books together.
Suddenly, a head pops out of the same door Naruse came out of, and it's Noda-kun, the boy Yuki lent the umbrella to yesterday. He bows and hands her umbrella back while Naruse watches, not impressed.
Thank you for the lend, manager.
He gives back the umbrella. Naruse's jealousy kicks in as the umbrella talk continues between Noda-kun and Yuki. Without thinking twice, Naruse grabs the umbrella off of Yuki and exclaims, I'll take that. You never know what these boys have been up to. I'll disinfect it for you. He walks off with it with a bullying stare at Yuki. She thinks, what weird thing is he thinking now? There is a loud crash in the basketball storeroom. Yuki has fallen over. Some boys rush over to see if she's okay. She says she's fine and keeps overthinking the Naruse situation. Was he doing this on purpose? Was he actually jealous? Yuki didn't want to admit it, but maybe, just maybe. Naruse's childish antics were his way of showing he cared. She didn't know what to do with that information. But she also couldn't ignore the growing warmth in her chest. Yuki hits an end with all her thinking. She is so stressed at this point she yells out loud, "No! This is bad! I need to stop this insanity!" Yuki bashes her head on the wall. The boys look over in amazement. She isn't dead. She tells them to just get back to practice as Naruse leers over, seeing that Yuki is struggling with jealousy still lingering in his eyes. Yuki continues to get even more stressed. What's wrong with my head? I can't stop thinking about Naruse. Naruse asks Yuki if he can go to the sick bay. His head hurts. Yuki tells him he won't know where the medicine is, and tells him she will go with him. She asks the young girl to take over while she's gone. At the sick bay, Yuki starts lecturing Naruse about not getting sick before the game. Naruse says nothing but circles Yuki, stalking her like a predator while she continues her lecture. He isn't listening, still leering in a jealous rage. You caught the flu last year when you were playing in the snow, remember? Suddenly, Naruse is right behind Yuki. He grabs her hand and says to her,
Lay on the bed.
Yuki gasps at the tone of his voice. But before she knows it, Naruse has her tight in his grip. Yuki yells, "What are you doing?"
He assures her it's fine, just do it.
He throws her on the bed and she turns around shocked and yells, "Hey, what the?" Naruse is suddenly closer and right in front of her, pressing a thermometer against her lips. Yuki looks at him with shock and anger and murmurs with a thermometer in her mouth. "Hey, what are you doing?"
Naruse demands, just stay still.
Yuki refuses, "I'm not gonna."
Naruse replies with a fed-up tone, it's fine, just do it.
Yuki freezes, face burning, not just from the fever. The thermometer beeps. 38.5 degrees Celsius.
Naruse states matter-of-factly, see, you're the one with the fever, idiot.
Yuki can't argue. She's too embarrassed. She always had a perfect record, never sick, never skipping practice. And yet, here she was, completely at Naruse's mercy. Naruse gets up to walk out of the room and says,
Get some rest.
I'll tell the others you're here. Yuki quickly pipes up and stops him from going away. In her half-dazed state, she yells at Naruse, "It's your fault."
Naruse raises an eyebrow thinking, wait, what did she just say? Round 2, fight, huh? He snaps back.
Yuki replies from under the bed sheets now, "I never get sick. I never mess up, and yet, I can't focus anymore." Naruse leans in curiously as Yuki continues, "Every 5 minutes I think about you once. I really am an idiot just like that." The air between them shifts. Naruse moves closer, his aggressive expression now softening into something else. Yuki is under the covers still. Naruse pokes at her under the sheets.
Senpai?
"No!" She yells back, sounding like she's crying. Naruse sits beside her bed and pulls back the sheets to find Yuki in tears, feeling exposed and vulnerable.
In that instant, all his resentment fades as he gazes at her adorable face. This is my Yuki, he thinks. Why did I ever doubt that? He sits next to her in bed on a chair and states, "If you weren't sick, I would jump on top of you right now."
"Shut up," Yuki replies. "My head hurts," Naruse bargains. "If you let me kiss you, I will." "No," Yuki replies. "I'm sick," but he doesn't listen. And tries to kiss her, but she struggles away and says, "Just not on the mouth." Naruse glares at her, then quickly gives her a soft kiss that lands on her forehead. It's gentle and completely unexpected. Flowers bloom in the background, matching the wild flutter in Yuki's chest. Yuki watches him, flustered, and thinks, he's different. But why is he so special to me? Finally, just maybe. She's starting to realize why. Naruse gets up to leave, but lingering back, hoping Yuki asks him to stay. Yuki starts murmuring something about locked doors and people forcing their way in. Naruse takes this as a cue to turn back around and wait at the end of her bed.
I'll protect you from the intruders until the end of the break then.
With this, Yuki thinks as she drifts off to sleep, "To me, there's no one else. You're the most special boy in my heart." To be continued. Manga Fangirls 2025 by Mitsubachi Miyuki. Please support Cheeky Brat by liking, subscribing, and commenting your favorite moments. If you want us to narrate a chapter you love, let us know. We're all about supporting the YouTube manga community. Brought to you by Nun's Resentment Productions. Narrated by Verity and DJ Foxy Moron of Manga Fangirls 2025. Until next time, goodbye and love.